Hey guys, this is Kendall and Mark with CrispiUS. We're going to talk today about the Crispi Summit GTX. This is one of our more popular boots, and I don't know about you, but what are some of the reasons why guys have found this boot to be so popular or so enjoyable to use for hunting and hiking?
Guys love this boot. First of all, it's right out of the box. There's no break-in. You put it on, it fits well, it's comfortable. It has, it falls in our rating, our flex rating, actually as a 3.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so it makes it. There's no break-in. The other thing is it's very lightweight. So guys that are in warmer climates, they love this boot because it's non-insulated.
Yeah, the weight on this boot is size 10, comes in at 1.5 pounds. It is a lightweight boot. Some of the features that I think guys appreciate. Number one is the fit, because this uses a multiple of different type of materials. You got the PU coated leather rand right here. You got this suede leather. You got Cordura. It just is really soft, and it's conforming to the foot. As far as my foot, I have a kind of I guess middle of the road foot to maybe slightly wider, and because this isn't like built with a real thick leather, it does expand a little bit. The toe box is quite nice. Another feature I think guys have told me about that why they like it is the lacing comes down just a little bit farther than some of our other boots, so you can get a more precise fit in the toe box area, whether you want to run that loose or whether you want to run that a little more snug.
One of the questions we get is the boot waterproof?
Yeah.
And this boot is full Gore-Tex. The boots that we build are all full Gore-Tex. Maybe a part of, on the midsole right here, this is actually a dual density EVA.
Yeah.
It's a foam. And it's lightweight. And so it allows this boot to be a lot lighter, really. And then we also run a full Vibram, proprietary Vibram Sole by Crispi. And so when it gets wet, it gets a little bit tacky. So guys ask
it's a soft rubber.
It's a soft rubber.
We had, one of our friends took this on a Tiburon bighorn sheep hunt and was very surprised at how well this did in that deserty, real rocky terrain. And we were actually pretty surprised at how well this boot held up, and so was he.
Yep. Well, and every time guys say, listen, I've had a terrible experience with boots. I get blisters, I get heel rub, I just have all kinds of problems. We always recommend the Summit.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
We know that guys that have really tough feet or they have a tough time fitting boots, this boot has been very successful without any problems.
The other feature I think that's I don't know if it's unique to just this boot, but to most of our boots is you get a guy that's got a narrow heel and maybe a real skinny ankle, but has maybe a little wider, not a super narrow foot. So guys that the heel pocket on this boot, it just fits a foot really well and doesn't provide lift because of the lacing system. You have this lockdown lace right in the middle. You can set the stiff, how tight or snug you want that, and it's not going to loosen up, which that's why guys get blisters, is that lacing system loosens up, their heel starts rising, and then all of a sudden their 8-day hunt or 5-day hunt is toast after one day.
I think when guys put this boot on, they'll be pleasantly surprised how stable it is, how much support that you do get it. Now, it's not obviously our boot that has the most support. Yeah. But for a lightweight boot, early season, the Crispi Summit would be a fantastic choice.
Yeah, and even we've had guys that have run this boot. If your feet run maybe a little hot, and they don't get cold too easy. I mean, we've got guys that are running this boot all the way into November, and just because it's so comfortable.
Sure.
And there are even guys that we've seen that wear this boot year round. They'll wear it day in, day out because of how good it is. So the Crispi Summit. It's a great boot. If you've had, been on the lookout for an uninsulated, very lightweight boot that still feels like a boot but comfortable enough to wear day in, day out, definitely one that I'd recommend for guys that call in.
Great boot.